What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from MTG Headquarters, and I has basically a box of both of the Gatewatch. I went undefeated at both pre-release events. The second pre-release event was a lot less of a feat, as my pool was insane, like crazy good. It just built itself. I had an Olamog in there. Just every black, blue rare that you would want. I opened a Nissa. My pre-release promo was a Nissa, and I didn't even play it. So that should tell you what is going on with that. So let's get right to the box, hopefully, and get to recording. So, it's basically an entire booster box. I will not say it's a full booster box, but it's almost entirely there. Am I looking for anything in particular in this box? No, not really. Anything at this point outside of Expeditions. At least now I can maybe give you some advice for pre-release on cards that were good now that I've played it. Gravity Negator was pretty good, I thought. Bonesaw is interesting. Cyclone Sire was pretty good. Visions of Brutality, also good. Void Shatter, fine. Deceiver of Form. 6 and a Wingding for an 8/8. At the beginning of combat on your turn, reveal the top card of your library. If a creature card is revealed in this way, you may have creatures you control other than Deceiver of the Form become copies of that card until the end of turn. Wow. That's an example of a pretty crazy Eldrazi creature. Definitely feels like Wizards wants us to play Eldrazi's. They want to see Eldrazi's on the Pro Tour. They want to see... Look at that. That's an interesting... It's like all cut up. All these are damaged. The second one, too. Now, of course, you know this pack will have an Expedition, and that will be damaged. Reaver Drone, nah. Submerged Boneyard. Baloth Pup, no. An Oath of Chandra. 1 in a red. When Oath of Chandra ends the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent control. So basically, you pay 3 and or pay 2 and deal 3 to a creature, which is fine. Definitely not something I would first pick. I'm hoping that the video is okay. It kind of glitched out there for a second. I updated my software, and I'm trying to get a little better settings. So, Birthing Hulk, fine card. Tears of Valakut, fine sideboard card. Nissa's Judgment, meh. And Stonehaven Outfitter. So, 1 in a white for 2/2. Equipped creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever an equipped creature you control dies, draw a card. So there is like a little equipment sub-theme. Look at all these are damaged. First couple of commons in every pack. That is not cool. Seems like it's happening more and more, too. Make a Stand. Grasp of Darkness, very good. First pickable in my opinion, but it's double black, and I tend to play black anyway. Stoneforge Acolyte. Oh, we have a foil in there. Ruins of Oran Reef. Tap to add a Wingding. Tap to put a 1/1 counter on target colorless creature that entered the battlefield this turn. It's good. Nah, it's okay. And we have Devour in Flames. Let's see. I might pick Devour in Flames over that. I'm not sure. Had a great time at pre-release. All of my opponents today were awesome. We all kind of laughed about my pool being kind of unfair. Grip of the Royal. Reckless Bushwhacker. Storm Chaser Mage. That'll see some modern play, right? And a Tyrant of Valakut. 7 mana, 5/4. You can get a 5/4 flyer if you pay the surge cost. And when it enters the battlefield, if you pay the surge cost, it also deals 3 damage to a creature or player. I'm not picking this really high in draft, but in sealed, it's definitely good. Lead by example is okay as a mediocre trick, but this format doesn't really seem great for playing tricks. I don't like it. More damaged cards. Look at this. Embodiment of Insight. Yeah. There's a lot of cards in this set that really buff Awaken lands, but there's like no Awaken spells, so you'd have to get them all out of battle. Spatial Contortion, very good. Unity of Purpose. Dimensional Infiltrator. 2/1 flash, flying. Pay 1 and a wingding. Target opponent exiles the top card of his or her library. If it's a land card, you may return... Wait. Yeah, you may return Dimensional Infiltrator to its owner's hand. Interesting. I always think that ability where it doesn't have to tap is definitely a thing. Video glitched out again. I hope that the source file is all fine. More damaged cards. We have Reckless Bushwhacker, Harvester Troll, Baloth Null, Sylvan Advocate. 1 and a green for 2/3 with Vigilance. Very good in this format. As long as you control 6 or more lands, it gets +2/+2. So it's good early, it's good late. I don't first pick it because it's green, and green got, again, no real help. But such is life. Meandering River. Relentless Hunter. All the 2-color uncommons are pretty good. Flaying Tendrils. I had this in my pool today. And Eldrazi Displacer is very good. First pickable in my opinion. Even though white isn't exactly what you want to be doing with your Eldrazi theme, but 2 and a white for a 3/3. 3/3 for 3 is very good. But also pay 2 and a wingding, exile another target creature, then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So, very powerful effect. Alright, well, I'm hoping that it doesn't glitch out again. I'm not sure what that was all about. That'll learn me to update my software. With the Iona's Blessing, Visions of Brutality, and a Mina and Den, Wildborn. 2 and a Forest and a Mountain for a 4/4 is great. You may play an additional land on each of your turns, which is awesome. Pay 1 and a red and a green, return target land you control to owner's hand. Target creature gains trample. So great in a landfall deck. The early aggro landfall decks seem like pretty good in cons or in battle, but they definitely got a little bit better. Red green landfall got a little bit better, I think, in this with Oath, I believe. Roiling Waters, Chitinous Cloak, Bonds of Mortality, and a damaged Fall of the Titans. Man alive, Wizards. Come on. Double X and 1. So basically, for every 2 mana you pay, you can deal 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and or players. If you cast it for its surge cost, you only have to pay 1 mana for each damage. So surge cost is much better, but you definitely want to cast that late game. finish something out, or it really feels bad killing a creature with it unless that creature is just giving you fits. Embodiment of Fury, Birthing Hulk, Havoc Sword. This is very good. And we have a Corrupted Crossroads. Tap for a Wingding or pay, tap, add 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. I like this card a lot. Especially since I tend to lean towards playing 3 colors. And now there's just plenty of fixing. So, there we have a Wastes. For those of you wondering what those look like. In my pool today, I had 4 or 5 of them. So it was great, but there were a lot of people that had waste abilities that didn't open nearly enough waste. So that was interesting. Steep Glider, a fine card. Storm Chaser Mage. Foils of these you might want to keep around. And we have Overwhelming Denial, a super expensive counterspell that can't be countered. So, I mean, maybe after rotation, 4 mana. I mean, it does have the double blue surge cost, which is okay, but for the most part, another Wastes. Here we go. I will collect foil versions of those for sure. Null Caller, Cinder Barons, Void Grafter. Absolutely love this card. And a Wandering Fumarole, Manland. Tap to add a blue or a red, or pay 2 and tap blue and red until end of turn. It becomes a 1/4 blue and red elemental creature with 0. Switch this creature's power and toughness till end of turn. It's still a land. That seems relevant. Still looking for that first mythic. We have opened a ton of packs with no mythics. That is not normal. Not for HQ anyway. The Strider Harness, Embodiment of Fury, Reflector Mage, very good. Jory and Ruin Diver, 1 a blue and a red for a 2/3, which is great. Whenever you cast your second spell, each turn draw a card. Very strong. We have a Foil Forest and a regular Plains. All right, Foil Forest is our best pull so far, I think. Gadzooks. The hype for Shadows over Innistrad begins. Containment Membrane is pretty good. Birthing Hulk. Spatial Contortion. I'll take that first, probably. Malakir Soothsayer. White-Black Allies is going to be really, really good, too. And we have a Seagate Wreckage here. Tap to add a Wingding or pay 2 and a Wingding, draw a card. Activate this ability only if you have no cards in hand. So that'll probably go somewhere. In limited play, it's not... Well, I guess it's okay because it gives you colorless if you need access to colorless, but I don't like to have cards that plan on me having no cards in hand. Like, I want to just win the game. I'd rather draw a card, you know, play a draw spell. Kazul's Toll Collector. Weapons Trainer. Allies got better too. Nissa's Judgment and a Hissing Quagmire. The Golgari Manland turns into a 2/2 black-green elemental creature with Death Touch till end of turn. Can you imagine if it turned into like a 1/4 with Reach till end of turn with Death Touch, like a Deadly Recluse? That would be sehr spicy. We need some spice in this box. It's put me to sleep. Doesn't this box know I was up pre-releasing all night long? Reckless Bushwhacker. Nissa's Judgment. Flare Drone, very good. And a World Breaker, our first mythic. 6 and a green. Definitely splashable. First pickable in any draft. 5/7 Devoid. When you cast World Breaker, exile target artifact, enchantment, or land. Who cares? It's still a 5/7 with reach that has 2 and a Wingding. Sacrifice a land. Return World Breaker from your graveyard to your hand. And Wingdings are colorless mana, but I'm calling them Wingdings. It feels better than calling them Wastes. And less confusing than calling them colorless. Only a few packs left. Here we have Seed Guardian. Tranquil Expanse, Malakir Soothsayer, and we have an Eldrazi Obligator. 2 in a red for a 3/1. When you cast it, you may pay 1 and a Wingding. If you do, gain control of target creature till end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste. So for 5 mana, you get a turn against and a creature. It's good. It's probably the card you definitely want to see if you're in pack 2 or 3 and you're drafting Red-Black Devoid. I think Red-Black Devoid is really, really good in this format. Make a stand. Press into service. Unity of Purpose. Unity! Endbringer. I had 2 of these in my pool today. Not 1, but 2 Endbringers in my pool. A very, very good card. Windmill Slam, first pick in my opinion. 5 and a Wingding for a 5/5. Untap it during each other player's untap step, but you can also tap it to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. Pay a Wingding, tap it. Target creature can't attack or block. Double Wingding or Dingaling, draw a card. So for 1 Dingaling, you can draw a card. So this card does everything you want. It is an absolutely amazing card in Limited. I'm sure, I mean, it's pretty good. I can't say it will see constructed play for sure, but it's pretty good. At minimum, you're pinging them. Relief Captain, Essence Depleter, Ruin in Their Wake, and a Deep Fathom Skulker. This was also in my pool today. I had double Endbringer and Deep Fathom Skulker. So that gives you an idea what I was working with. 5 and a blue, 4/4. This is also first pickable all day. Very good. Whenever a creature you control deals damage, combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. It also has for 3 and a Wingding, target creature can't be blocked. So late game, if you have, let's say, 2 colorless sources and 6 mana, you can make 2 creatures unblockable, get in, plus draw 2. It's just, it slices, it dices. I don't know what else. It slices, it dices, it helps you move everything. Draga Auxiliary. Foil. So no foil rare in this box. They're down only 4 packs. No foil rare, no Planeswalkers. But I think I feel really fortunate to have put together enough prize packs to get you guys almost a full box here early. And we will, of course, be doing the MTG Card Market boxes the day of the release. Reaver Drone, Timber Gorge, Thought Harvester, very good, and Stoneforge Masterwork. 1 generic mana. Equip creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. That's pretty interesting. So in allies, it's very good. We have a foil Unknown Shores. Let's open it as a Mythic Land. Oh, we still have 4 packs left. So let's finish strong. How about a foil waste or a foil waste land? Like wasteland, one word, not waste a land that is called wastes. That's why I think they should have called them void lands or devoid lands or something. Void lands, I think it's better. Meandering River, Cyclonic Sire, very good. Storm Chaser Mage. And we have Captain's Clause. 2 colorless, equip creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equip creature attacks, put a 1/1 white core ally creature token onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So ally equipment is probably a thing, but boy, taking equipment just, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I'd have to see it work before I would ever even, I mean, I'd rather just take a creature in my opinion, but heck, what do I know? Essence Depleter. These kind of cards I think are very, very good in this format because during board stalls, a 2/3 for 3 is already pretty good. But being able to drain 1 late game, maybe of 3 colorless sources or Wingding sources, so you can be draining 3 every turn. Super powerful effect. Submerged Boneyard, Weapons Trainer, and Goblin Dark Dwellers. 4/4 with Menace. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast a target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If this card would be put in your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. I mean, a 4/4 menace for 5 isn't good in today's format. I mean, the recursion of a spell in limited, I mean, it's okay, but it's got to be 3 or less. I don't know. I wouldn't pick that too highly. All right. Timber Gorge. Press into Service. Reflector Mage. Oath of Chandra. And then we did get a foil rare. The Eternal Pilgrim. Eily Eternal Pilgrim for a white and a black. 2/3 with Death Touch. Pay any one generic mana. Sacrifice another creature. You gain life equals to its sacrifice toughness. Pay 1 a black and white. Sacrifice another creature. Exile target non-land permanent. Activate this ability only if you have at least 10 life more than your starting total. Interesting card. Definitely. All right, last pack. So I want to, let you guys know if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you get notified each and every time I upload a new video. I've got all the intro decks. They'll be coming out each day this week to get you hyped up for the full booster box and Fat Pack Friday, which I'll hopefully be able to release Thursday at midnight. We've got all sorts of Oath of the Gatewatch hype. I will have MTGO Oath of the Gatewatch pre-releases on my gameplay channel, MTGHQ Plays. So take a second to check that out. There's some sweet drafts and some constructed play up there already. And let's just open an expedition here, because I don't know what else we can open. Well, there's no expedition. I peeked. Isolation Zone's fine. Roiling Waters, Reflector Mage, Iona's Blessing, and Oath of Nissa. This box was pretty bad, unless the Eternal Pilgrims were something. But I got to basically open an entire box a week ahead of time, and that's pretty cool. Endbringer, I think, is really good. Worldbreaker. Fall of the Titans is pretty good as well. Drowsy Displacer. I don't know. Deceiver of Form. It wasn't like a true box. It was all my prize packs, so maybe that's why, I'm sure the other guy that I split with today got some pretty good pulls. Or the guy I split with last night. But nonetheless, I hope this gets you hyped up for Oath of the Gatewatch. Keep an eye out for all the upcoming intro decks, booster box, fat packs, gameplay, and so much more. Thanks for watching this video. We'll talk to you again real soon. What's up, and thanks for watching this video. I produce all different kinds of content, so if you haven't yet, click on my face to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, I've got some sweet playlists, including this one, where I open up every fat pack ever created. I've also got this one over here where I open just about anything vintage and old and expensive for your enjoyment. And all this is made possible by the awesome backers at our Patreon, which is linked in the description of every video. Hop on over there, check it out, see if it's something you might want to consider. If not, sit back, enjoy, and I'll still love you.